Faith-based story. Follys echo, pride, dreams, and redemption. Once upon a time in a small village lived a family named the Adajars. They were known for their enlightenment and education, a beacon of knowledge in a community where most people were uneducated and struggling to make ends meet. At the helm of this enlightened family was the eldest son, a brilliant mind named Emmanuel. Emmanuel Adajare was a genius who had sponsored himself through both his undergraduate and master's degrees in architecture. His achievements were nothing short of remarkable, and his humble and God-fearing nature endeared him to everyone he encountered. The Adajare family, despite their elevated status, never turned their backs on those in need. Emmanuel, in particular, made it a point to extend a helping hand to anyone, regardless of their background or circumstances. Demi, the youngest of the Adajare siblings, was still a child when Emmanuel graduated from college. The family's fortunes changed when Emmanuel decided to move to the big city, a place filled with opportunities and challenges. Determined to provide a better life for his siblings, Emmanuel rented a spacious house that comfortably accommodated them all. He was not only successful in his career, but also lived a life dedicated to serving others. As Demi grew older in the bustling city, Emmanuel became a guiding force in his life. Recognizing Demi's potential, Emmanuel saw an opportunity for him to receive a quality education and fulfill his own dreams. However, it wasn't smooth sailing for Demi. His high school finals had not gone well, and reluctantly, he agreed to return to school and retake the exams. Emmanuel, ever supportive, ensured that Demi lacked nothing, providing both financial and emotional support. In the city, Demi and his younger brother thrived academically and eventually completed high school simultaneously. The family was overjoyed and proud of their achievements. Now, with high school behind them, the Adajare family faced the next challenge, choosing a reputable college for Demi and his brother to attend. However, despite Demi's academic success, he had developed an undesirable trait, an unbridled tongue. His penchant for taunting and mocking others earned him the nickname Basket Mouth among his peers. He would openly ridicule those seeking financial assistance from his elder brother, labeling them as hungry people and dismissing their needs with laughter. His arrogance and lack of empathy caused a strain on his relationships, and many began to distance themselves from him. Demi, despite his intellectual abilities, found it challenging to secure admission to college. Eventually, he managed to gain entry into a college outside the province to study marketing. The years passed, and Demi claimed to have completed his studies. However, when pressed for his certificate, he couldn't produce one. His lack of documentation became a stumbling block in his pursuit of employment. Meanwhile, those whom Demi had mocked as hungry people had taken a different path. They utilized their time to learn valuable skills and trades, becoming successful artisans in their respective fields. Demi's failure to secure a job due to the absence of a certificate became a harsh reality check for him. The once proud and boastful Demi now faced the consequences of his actions. His overconfidence had hindered him from realizing the importance of humility and empathy. As he looked around at his friends who had embraced different career paths and found success, Demi couldn't help but question the choices he had made. As the years rolled on, Demi found himself trapped in the consequences of his own actions. While his peers had built families and established themselves in various endeavors, Demi became a nuisance to himself and those around him. The scorn he had once poured on others now echoed back at him, as hard times knocked relentlessly at his door. At the age of 48, Demi remained unmarried, and the prospect of a family seemed increasingly distant. His elder sister, who had been a pillar of support, passed away, leaving Demi alone to face the challenges life had thrown at him. Emmanuel, his elder brother, was now living abroad with his own family and financial responsibilities. Demi's situation was a stark contrast to the success and stability that had surrounded his family. One day, in a desperate attempt to find purpose and success, Demi decided to venture into ministry. The family, understanding his need for a fresh start, supported him in this endeavor. However, Demi's lack of consistency became evident when he suddenly shifted his focus to opening a studio and becoming a record label producer. With $500,000 in support from his family, he embarked on this new venture. Years passed, but Demi couldn't account for the studio or any proceeds from the business. His promises of making it big in life seemed hollow and laughable, considering his inability to settle down and commit to a single pursuit. His life became a series of unfulfilled dreams and broken promises, a reflection of the consequences of his earlier arrogance. At the age of 53, Demi's story serves as a cautionary tale. Despite his intelligence and potential, he allowed his pride and lack of humility to dictate the course of his life. The names he had labeled and taunted others with had come back to haunt him, a bitter reminder of the impact our words and actions can have on our own future. In the midst of Demi's struggles, the words of Proverbs 16:18 echo with a profound truth. Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Demi's journey is a stark illustration of the destructive power of pride and the importance of humility in navigating life's challenges. The moral lesson embedded in Demi's story is clear. Humility and empathy are virtues that pave the way for success and fulfillment. It emphasizes the significance of treating others with kindness and understanding, as the repercussions of our actions may echo through the years. Demi's redemption lies not only in seeking forgiveness from God, but also in learning to humble himself, acknowledge his mistakes, and strive for a more meaningful and purposeful life.